this up really quick. So I came across this video, um, and it is Selena Gomez's "Can't Keep My Hands to Myself," and it made me think about how backwards it is. So for instance, right? So this video, it basically talks about a woman who is interested into a guy. She can't keep her hands away from the guy, and then she's just chasing this guy, thinking, he looks so good that she's attracted to him like a moth to a flame sort of thing. And then I got to thinking, well, Erica, instead of people chasing after other people, shouldn't they want to flip it so people want to chase them instead? So, for instance, right? Um, I know some people, they might say, man, I'm really attracted to this really hot girl or a really hot guy. Now, I'm just going to say really hot guy just because, it's easier for me to have that train of thought. So, let's say if I don't know, one of those teeny boppers, the people who are into like Justin Bieber or Charlie Puth or Shawn Mendes, for example. Let's use not Shawn Mendes. Let's use Charlie Puth as an example because last time I heard, I think he's single. So there might be a lot of fangirls who are like, "Oh my goodness, I love Charlie Puth so much. I want him. I want to date him. I want to be the next Miss Puth because he's so sexy. I can't keep my hands to myself. So if I see him in person, like I want him. I want to touch him and did things like that, right? So those women, they always think about how attractive the guy is, right? But they don't think, well, if a guy like Charlie Puth is interested in a woman, probably what kind of woman would he be into? Most likely, and this is just my speculation, most likely a guy like Charlie Puth would be into a woman who looks like she takes care of him herself as well. So Charlie Puth, in case you guys don't know, he is a pop singer. He's very talented. He has a lot of fangirls. I don't know how old he is. I think he's in his mid 20s, but I might be remembering it wrong. I don't keep track of this guy too much. But anyway, so yeah, if you chase a person and they're extremely attractive, or they're so attractive that you can't imagine like keeping your hands off of them, you have to flip it over and say, well, if I'm attracted to a person, that's one thing, but how can I improve myself? Or do I think that I'm attractive enough that that person would feel like they can't keep their hands off of me as well? You guys get what I'm saying? So I see so many people, it's like this one-sided thing where people just chase after another person, but they don't really put it much investment into themselves. And I think that's really the missing piece. So yeah, usually from what I notice is people tend to date around their level. It's kind of unusual to see one person who's really attractive dating a person, like aesthetically attractive, dating a person who is significantly less unattractive, because when people see that, they're like, oh, this is kind of strange. Especially, like, put it this way, right? Let's say one person is really overweight and another person is very fit, right? You would kind of think, like, oh, this doesn't really seem like it works together, because usually people in relationships, they tend to be around usually the same fitness level about ish. You won't see one person who's like super ripped, looks like they could end up on the cover of Sports Illustrated, with a person who looks like they're 100 pounds overweight or so. Normally, if that goes with a trim female with a chubby guy, then people will assume, oh, well, that guy must be loaded, because there really is no reason why a female of that standard would spend her time on a guy who is, clearly overweight. I've seen a few of those, not very much, but overall, when I see people, they generally are in about the same looks range. And it's not because like those people are big headed or anything like that, or they're like, oh, we don't want to be around the ugly people. That's not it. The reason why people tend to date around the same range is because, let's say a person who has a nice body, right? A person who has a nice body and goes to the gym, they might have not always been toned. They could have been overweight at one point, but they keep up with the cycle, they keep up with a routine, so that way they become fit. So it makes sense why a person like that would want to date a person who is about on the same routine. You know, the couples who tend to work out together, they have, you know, like it makes fitness goals a little easier. You guys know, I've shared this with you guys. Lewis is on keto. I'm on keto. It makes things easier. I'm not on strict keto, by the way. I do eat cookies here and there, but I eat a lot less carbs than I did before. A lot less. I think I am at one cookie or half a cookie a day. That's it. But yeah, so we're kind of like on a similar diet level right now, and it works. So next time, if you, I guess, if you guys are interested in a really attractive person, I know this is going to sound very introspective, but think about it. If you are going to invest your time chasing after another person, and they are very fit, very good looking, has the sparkling white teeth, even the cosmetically bleached teeth, kind of like let me look at this over here. Yeah, okay, Charlie Puth is 29 years old. Okay, so this is Charlie Puth. Yeah, so a guy like this, you see this guy? So obviously he has a white teeth, and I know he's a celebrity, but I know you guys see people who might look this attractive in person. A person who invests in their hair, their look, their teeth. There's no shot of his body. I mean, he's kind of fit, but he's not, you know, something like what's his face? Who's that guy who used to play Thor? That guy? He's not gonna end up on Men's Magazine anytime soon, in my opinion. So yeah, a person like this, like if you saw an average guy walking down the street or a woman version of this, you would probably look at this and be like, man, this person really does care about their look a lot. They look like they invest in themselves. So again, it's naturally a person like this would want to invest in a person like this. I do believe, I don't know if he really, I don't know who this person is. This looks like Selena Gomez, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, it kind of makes sense. You know, you're around the same level, you're around the same thing, and just keep that in mind. So next time, if anybody is, I guess if anybody is dating or looking to date a person who is just really kind of out of their league, don't be surprised if you get rejected and you are not on that level, just because I understand why a person like this would not want to date a mere like an average person, you know, an average person who doesn't go to the gym, doesn't have you know, great teeth, doesn't have a skincare routine, doesn't have a hair care routine. I imagine a person like this would want to be with a person who's kind of like dressed up like they are, or they put about the same amount of effort. Because what I realized, like sometimes if you have an imbalance in a relationship and one person is really taking care of themselves and the other person doesn't, it can cause the person who was taking care of themselves to start slipping. You guys get what I'm saying? So that person, let's say if they move in together, right? And then one person is not, you know, they're gaining weight, or they're just eating Cheetos all day, or they're just being a natural gudetama. That person could negatively affect the person who was on a really good trajectory. And then the person who had a nice body, if they stop going to the gym, right, they're gonna start gaining weight and then just undoing all their progress. So that's why I think it's kind of important that if you are dating someone, or if a person who is like very into fitness, try to date someone who is also really into fitness, or at least does some sort of physical activity where they have some tonnage, because it would not be psychologically healthy for a relationship if they enter a relationship and then one person's like a total slob. Yeah, I know most of you aren't total slobs, but you guys get what I'm saying. If you want to be with like a really toned like female or something, you can probably expect the toned female wants to be with the toned male. It goes both ways. Let's see here. Sick to Shawn Mendes? Okay. I guess you guys want to see Shawn Mendes instead. Let's see. Shawn Mendes. Okay. So I'm a big fan of Shawn Mendes' style. You guys know that. It is very, I love his shirts. I love his prints. They're so amazing. I don't even know where to find prints that way. He wears these expensive shirts. I think they're All Saints. Yeah, he wears All Saints stuff, and that's like $600 a shirt. So most people, including myself, can't afford a $600. I have no desire to wear an All Saints shirt, but I love their print so much. But yeah, so let me see here. No, someone said to switch over to Shawn Mendes. So Shawn Mendes is actually friends with Charlie Puth, and Charlie Puth has started to wear shirts with really nice prints for a period of time, and I was like, yay, more of these nice prints. Let me see. I can't find these. I can't find this print, but like this stuff over here. I wish I could just show you his clothing that he wears. It's just so nice. Oh, this is his girlfriend, by the way. She's so pretty. But yeah, you can see like that's why like a celebrity would normally date another celebrity because they're in the same circle. They still have to do hair to they have the hair routine down, skincare routine, clothes routine. They both work with stylists. They both always look good. Yeah, so yeah. Damn it, I can't find his clothes. Yeah, there's not too much. Yeah, I can't find those prints. Yeah, sometimes I look at his shirts and I'm like, dang, I like that print so much. Ah, and then I try to find that print and I can't find anything. But Charlie Puth does wear those. Okay, so here, see? So he wears those like patterned prints over here. Not the flannel, but he has these like interesting looking prints. I can't put my finger on what those prints are called, but they just look good. And I really do believe he needs to incorporate more of the prints that Shawn Mendes would wear because it does him a favor. Like if he wears regular t-shirts, he doesn't I mean he looks like a average kind of guy, but when he wears like really unique looking prints, it just looks really good on him. So let's find. Yeah, and he also I don't know, he looks kind of bummy in the flannel, see? So again, you can kind of look at a celebrity and then see the big difference on how they look like when they're casual versus when they are primped up a little bit more. Let me find. Let me find. Dang it. Charlie Puth age. Let's just type in Charlie Puth. Okay, yeah, no guy should be sitting like this. By the way, I'm not a big fan of this. He has some good outfits, but he has some outfits that make me shake my head, and this is one of them. Like I think this is his profile pic or something for YouTube, and I'm like, Charlie, I don't want to look at your crotch. I don't want to look at your crotch. Ideally, just keep it like chest level and up. Yeah, it's just and very few guys can pull off these short shorts. Charlie is one of them. I know most of my audience is male, so yeah, sorry, you had to look at that. That was on Google. Um, let's find here. Oh, I can't find any good prints. I only see this one. But he's had some good shirts. It's just not that easy to find. And let's find some good clothes. He doesn't look good with bald head, in my opinion. He looks better with, and he doesn't look good with hair in his face. That too. He looks good with like an up, like an up of sorts. Like this looks good. He also has like a really good messy hairstyle. But anything deviating from that, I think he looks kind of not so great. So yeah, take Charlie Puth as an example. I don't think in a lot of the pictures, I don't think he looks very attractive. But man, when he has the style, oh my goodness, like I don't want to see your crotch jar. When he has a really good stylist, when he has really good hair and clothes on point, I mean, this guy looks great. It's just sad that it's not all the time. So yeah, you'll see like this is too much curl in his hair. Where is it? See that? I think that's too much curl for his hair. Okay, so this is pretty good. You know what? Let's just go with this hairstyle. Let's just go with this hairstyle because this hairstyle looks pretty good. You see, so his hair is very cleanly done. He has this nice V-neck going on. I like this gray. It doesn't look like a flat gray. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it has some whiteness over here too. It's a nice shirt. I really like that top. That top looks great. So whoever's hair and stylist is good. So I would recommend that if any of you want to improve yourself, think about like trying to find your ideal style and your ideal hair. For me, I think personally I look better with longer hair. Right now my hair is shorter, but yeah, if it was longer, I think it will look better. So I don't have any. What the hell is this? Yeah, this is some. Yeah, Charlie Puth. Yeah, he has some good pictures and some bad pictures, but the stuff that you can see a stylist was in there, doing their magic looks much better. Um, yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Let me find another one. Yeah, see, like this one. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, so here's a good example. So Bieber and look at this. Bieber and Charlie Puth, both of them, you can tell that their hair game was on point. Their clothes game looks good. It looks nice and crisp and everything. Looks great. Looks great. So, um, yeah, that is. Oh, is this a print? Is this one of those good prints? Okay, the print's a little loud. Okay, so it's hard for me to find a good shirt for on Charlie Puth in these pictures, but I've seen a few of them in his videos, and I don't want to see any shirtless pictures of Charlie Puth. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, this one. How's this one look? Yeah, this is not bad. This shirt is not too bad. Kind of looks like candy corn though. Yeah. So, anyway, so that's why I'm in all of Shawn Mendes' shirts because his shirts normally always look like they're on point. But Charlie Puth, I don't know. He has some shirts that I'm thinking like, yeah, I don't know. His stylists have to work a little harder. What the hell is this? Okay, okay. No, he got bit by a dog. I think a dog bit his eyebrow when he was younger, so that's why he has this scar in his eyebrow. And he makes it work. He makes it work. So good on him. But he is one of those individuals, like most individuals. If you do not have styling like this, oh goodness, he just kind of looks like a hot mess. I'm sorry if anybody is a Charlie Puth fan. I'm a Charlie Puth fan as well. But this guy benefits a lot having some good styling, good clothes, good fitting clothes, and if he has the great hair, the great fitting clothes, he looks great. But when he doesn't have it and his curls are all over the place, again, I'm not anti-curl. I'm just against curls that don't look kind of crazy over here. And I say this as a person who has frizzy hair myself, right? It's not, it looks like a huge difference between this guy and this guy. See, I mean, it's a freaking huge difference. So imagine if any of you invested into yourself and you guys thought about getting like really good styling. I mean, you guys, if I mean, Charlie Puth can make a transformation from this kind of stuff to this kind of stuff. Like, you guys can definitely do it too. You just need to get a professional and have a person that you trust who has a really good eye. Whoever said, I don't know if a stylist actually made this monstrosity, but I hope not, because I'm all for creative stuff. But geez, I mean, it's just like what the hell is this? Do you see this? What happened to his hair here? Just this is proof that hair. Where is it? This is proof that hair can make or break someone. Again, this is just my views and my opinions. I know some people are very pro Charlie Puth, but let's face it, if he doesn't have good hair, it really does change up his image. And this goes on with a lot of people as well. Hi Suki. So, yeah, let's see here. Let's see here. What am I saying? Now, love doesn't happen. Here's the thing. Like, I think people can attract blindly or randomly. But from what I notice is that if you have a person who looks like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to use this comparison. If you look like a person who doesn't look like they really care too much about their looks, like this, and if you go for a hot girl, you're not gonna be that successful. That's just my opinion, okay? If you approach her first time and she doesn't know who you are or anything like that, right? Um, she's gonna be like, man, this guy has some crazy looking hair. Again, I have nothing against curls, but I do, believe curls need to be styled, that it look out of control. My hair can look very easily out of control. So, but if a guy like this works on some styling and looks like this, he's gonna have a much higher success rate with a female than this. And the same thing goes with women too, right? If women look like they just rolled out of bed, they're gonna have less success attracting a guy than if, okay, that's not a good example because I'm going back to Charlie Puth, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you see those women who have those like beauty transformations, and makeup can do wonders. I think there's more pressure about for women, because for men it's basically just hair and styling. For women, you bring in hairstyling and like teeth, right? Ideally, the whole idea is like white teeth as aesthetic. But for women, you add in the addition of makeup. So I think in our society we're so used to seeing women with makeup and getting the fake lashes on and the eyeshadow and things like that. This whole face thing, the whole face routine is like on a whole nother level. It's not just, oh, just work on your hair and your clothes and your teeth. There's more to it. So yeah, let me find a thing. Oh yeah, so going back to what I was saying. Oh, here we go. Here we go. One moment. I'm gonna find this video. Where is it? So that reminds me that there was that Charlie Puth had allegedly a relationship with Selena Gomez, but Selena Gomez allegedly wasn't too, I don't know, like it wasn't a good relationship of some sorts. So when you look at this, okay, I want you to guys look at the difference here, and it's Charlie Puth, Selena Gomez, "We Don't Talk Anymore" official live performance. I really need to link this, okay? But I want you to look at the clear difference about how he looks like versus how she looks like. So, okay. So do you hear that? She introduced him as one of her best friends. I don't know if they were dating at the time, but he got friend zoned hard, right then and there. Maybe it was just because she didn't want everyone to know about the relationship. But look at this guy's body language and look at how she is. I mean, she looks like an absolute goddess, okay? I think you guys know this. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute the music just because. And I'm gonna have to pause it. So she's wearing a dress, he's wearing flannel, okay? I have no problem against flannel, you guys. Just, it looks very comfortable, and if you're around a woman who looks this attractive, my opinion, please do not wear flannel. So you can see he's looking directly at her. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah. Can you guys see it better? Okay, there we go. Crap. There we go. Too dark. Okay. Okay, so he keeps looking at her. And she's doing her own thing. And while she's singing, he just can't take her eyes off of her. And I'm going to play the audio. So he just keeps looking at her, and that's all I'm going to play so my, what doesn't get pulled. But highly recommend that you guys look through this part. Look at the body language over here. He was clearly lusting after her, and she looks great, but he looks like he rolled out of bed. So that's not doing him any favors. My suggestion is, yeah, even though he's a celebrity, he still has to get his look together. And if he definitely looked nicer, I think that would have, it wouldn't look like he looks like a fanboy oogling over her. I understand people would say, well, Erica, that's just Charlie Puth's look. Yeah, I mean, he can definitely do a lot better with his look. I don't know why he's wearing flannel next to her. She looks like she's dressed to kill. He looks like, let me fast forward this part over here. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. So look, she looks so flirty, and then he just, I don't know, he just looks invisible next to her. So if you are interested in a hot person, please do not dress like you're invisible. Because if you are, let's say you're a woman and you're interested into a really hot guy, if you wear this kind of thing, you're gonna look like you're invisible. If you're interested in a hot woman and you're wearing something like this, she's not gonna pay attention to you. She's gonna be looking into a guy who probably has his probably looks like he cares more about himself. So this is what I was going to show you guys. So look at this. You guys know about Maroon 5? Look at this. So Rihanna looks really good, and I understand you guys will say, Erica, this is just too much. You're talking about celebrities, okay? But I have a point to this, okay? The point is, he looks like he's wearing a suit, dressed to kill. Okay, hold up. Crap. Damn it. So she looks great, right? And they just like match together. It's just like you can see the amount of care put into each outfit over here. And I know this is all due to styling, but I have, like I said, I have a point to this. If you see a person who looks like they really care about how they look like, and you see a few of these people walking around the street, they are not looking for freaking flannel like this, okay? They are not looking for flannel. They are looking most likely for a woman or the opposite of them. So a woman would probably be looking for a guy like this. A guy like this would most likely be looking for a woman like this. And yeah, so just keep that in mind. I think that people need to take care about or think about more about how they're dressing, especially if they're going or what they're going above their their range, shall I say. And this, again, if you want to be with a person or if you are interested in a person who really does care about their looks, don't forget that person is also looking for a person who is interested in how they take care of themselves as well. I know, I know. I don't have OBS over here. Yeah, so of course, looks is not everything, but I'm just saying if anybody is going into the dating field, and they are wondering, hey, I'm only attracted to really hot guys or really attractive women, and these people aren't paying attention to me, screw those people. They're just stuck up. That's not the point. Most likely, they're just looking for their equal. That's what I'm trying. They're looking for their mirror. And again, I don't want to repeat myself 3 million times, but it makes sense. It makes sense why they want someone on around their level or around their level at least. And then, yeah. Clothes don't make a person, but you have to admit that clothes are important because if you do not care about how you dress and you're trying to just attract a random person on the street, the first thing people look at is your clothes, your styling, how you carry yourself, before you even open your mouth. Those are indicators about like how much does a person maintain themselves, and also you got body image too, right? You got like fitness level as well, but there are some people, right? They might be a little overweight, but you can tell by the way they style themselves, they are really onto their styling. I don't need to explain too much about that, but I've seen people who are overweight but they just have really great taste. You can tell they put a lot of care and maintenance into their clothes. Clothes don't make a person, but clothes are important. Like I said, before you speak to a person, people look at what you're wearing. People look at those things. Like before you even you're open your mouth, your clothes does the speaking for you. So, for instance, right? If you go to a random place and you see a hot woman, right? If you're looking at how she dresses, is she wearing bummy looking clothes? Is she wearing, really nice clothes that fits her well? And sometimes like the body might overshadow the clothes. So if a woman looks kind of bummy, a person will be like, oh, I'm still interested in her because her body looks like banging kind of thing. But a lot of the times, like, I'd say the clothes do more speaking than the body. For certain things, like women, it's hard to say because I think people, when women wear clothes, it's more apparent about how, like their body shape, because a lot of women, they kind of wear like form-fitting clothes. That's kind of seen as, the clothes to wear versus wearing like a baggy t-shirt like a guy. So something like a baggy t-shirt can hide a lot for a guy. A guy can wear a relaxed t-shirt, right? And then depending on how it cuts, you can't really tell if the guy has a gut or anything like that. But you can usually tell like a guy's arms or his just kind of like the shape of his body. Like if a guy is wearing a t-shirt with a jacket, for instance, you can't tell if he's, how buff he is underneath that, if he looks pretty slim already. Not, you know what? It's easier for a guy. A guy can just wear like a V-neck and then a V-neck, a nice jacket of sorts, and then go that route. For example, right, like oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to pull up the Charlie Puth video again. Okay, so let's pull up a Charlie Puth video. So I've showed this video to you guys before, I think. So you look at what he's wearing over here. Where is it? There's a shot of him. And it's so nice and simple. Okay, here we go. Damn it, not here. Where is it? Here we go. So he's wearing a black jacket with a black shirt. Damn it. He's wearing a black jacket with a black shirt with black pants and black shoes, and that looks good on him. It just like works together. You can tell there was some effort put into his clothes, and especially the way it fits, it just looks good. So sometimes, like, for regular people like you and me, it could be kind of difficult to find clothes that fit that nicely because usually it involves tailoring. I don't know how many people are getting their clothes tailored right now. In fact, I don't even really think about tailoring too much right now since so much of the time I'm stuck in the apartment for reasons. But let me find this. Oh, I can't find that shot where you can see his jacket. Is this it? Okay, here we go. There we go. See? So he's wearing a black jacket with a black, I don't know what this is. It's a black t-shirt of sorts, but it doesn't look like one of those bummy looking t-shirts. It actually looks like a nice cut t-shirt. And then when in the beginning, you can kind of see he shows off the jewelry that he's wearing too. Oh, here we go. Wait. There we go. See, so it's black on black. And those shoes, I don't know what kind of shoes they are, but they look like some sort of Chelsea boot. And I'm a big fan of Chelsea boots. So I know not everybody can pull this kind of thing off, but you can kind of tell, like, yeah, it looks nice because it matches. So that is it. I don't know why the hell my thing is going on. Yeah, so yeah, just if again, I'm not saying don't oh my goodness, why is this now buzzing like crazy right now? I'm not saying that, people can't look attractive at all. I'm just saying work on your styling and that's it. I also have this one video over here. This one community post here. Mother. Holy crap, hold on. Okay, so here we go. This freaking thing is just going crazy on me. So I wanted to address this as well. Oh my freaking god. I can't stop it. I don't know why my notifications is going off like crazy right now. It's really irritating to me. So it's like towards the last freaking thing. I'm so sorry you guys are hearing this buzzing. So there was a comment that I got from Jaden, and this was in response to my community post. I said that being on social media seems so carefree, but actually isn't, and it's a lie. And then I also said, why do women put men on a pedestal like that? And then they always say like, oh, if a guy doesn't like me, it must, I must not be hot enough. And then I basically said that, yeah, don't think it's just you're just not hot enough. Maybe the person has different tastes as well, right? But I also don't think it's good that women, I also don't think women should be competing with other women. And I said, be you, don't be a Kylie clone, work on being you yourself. So I'm not against the whole idea of improving yourself. You guys know I'm very pro into that. So this one person had said, and there's nothing wrong with with girls wanting to better themselves appearance wise in a healthy way. If they are overweight, lose a few pounds, messy hair, comb it or get it done. That's the thing I can't stand about the movement you're a part of. It's a prelude to the joke of the movement, like fat acceptance. Don't tell people who don't take care of themselves to continue not to take care of themselves. I only date girls with a reasonable appearance because it shows they have strong will and high motivation. So I agree with part of this, but I don't agree with some of it. So for instance, right? I have nothing against with people trying to improve themselves in a healthy way. You guys know I'm doing that same thing. So yeah, if you feel like you can work on yourselves, if you are insecure, let's say about your teeth or your weight, then do something about it for sure. It's not like the weight's gonna fall off magically if you don't change anything. Um, and for Jaden, obviously Jaden is that kind of person where they have standards. And I don't know how Jaden looks like, but I would assume that Jaden takes care of themselves. That's why they only want to date girls with reasonable appearance, because they want to find the mirror. So a person who, let's say, goes to the gym would naturally, as I mentioned, want another person who goes to the gym most likely. And if they don't go to the gym, then they're gonna say, I don't think this is a good fit. This person is not taking care of themselves. They're dragging me down, and I am not for people letting themselves go 100%. I think people need to maintain. Or always try to improve, because if you don't change anything, slowly you're going to be slipping backwards. So for example, skincare. When you're younger, you don't have to worry about this, right? But once you hit around your 30s, you have to deal with wrinkles, you have to deal with signs of aging. And this is why you have to really be proactive about this kind of stuff, because if you don't watch what's going on, age is going to creep up really quickly, and then it's going to get to a point where a lot of the stuff that was preventable you didn't take care of. So again, like sun damage was one of those examples. Some people, they go out in the sun, they don't use sunscreen, they don't use some sort of sun umbrella, then they end up with sunspots, and then or some people end up with skin cancer. And I think that, yeah, it's important to take care of oneself, take care of one's health, take care of one's body. Make sure that people feel, if I find that if people feel like they're doing something about the outside and the inside, then mentally they're going to be in a better place. That's what I find out for myself. So it's very important that I kind of do this whole regimen where I use serums and I watch my diet. It isn't perfect for sure, but at least I'm doing something about it. Because if you just like don't do anything, and let's say you continually gain weight, you don't comb your hair at all, you don't take a shower, this is how depression keeps in this is how depression sneaks in. And then when depression kicks in, you lose track of time. And because life is so finite, I don't want any of you guys to just think like, okay, I'm not going to take care of myself, I'm not going to take a shower, I'm not going to brush my teeth, I'm just going to just live like, just eat Cheetos all day, eat fast food all day, because I give up on life. And I feel like no matter where you are in life, you can always seek to do better. You can always just cut out the fast food, you can make small changes, walk around, and slowly, if you move forward to the direction of wherever you envision yourself, you're gonna slowly get there. It might not happen, next week, 2 days from, 2 days from now. It might not happen next year. It could happen in like 5, 7 years. But the importance of this thing is that you're moving towards something, instead of just kind of watching your life slip away. So, yeah. I'm never going to tell you guys not to take care of yourselves. I really should reply to this person directly, but I don't think I've ever told you, any of you guys, like, I feel like just don't do anything about it. Just, you know, just don't change your ways. There's always ways we can improve ourselves. And then I also do recommend that if you see someone who's really stuck in a negative headspace, reach out to them for sure. Because like sometimes when people are depressed, and I say this from personal experience, you get so caught up in something in your head, or if you have insecurity, that it just paralyzes to you to the point that you don't do anything about it, and then life slips you by. And it gets really depressing when you think like, oh crap, I missed out on, let's say, 5 years of my life because I was living in my head. And now, I'm 5 years older and I feel like I'm too old. And then if people give up, right, another 5 years passes and they're like, oh, I miss my youth, oh, I give up. And then yeah, they just go through life and they're not happy with themselves. So I don't think everyone's gonna feel completely happy with themselves down the line, but not like 100%. I mean, I think when people close their eyes and they imagine like the perfect version of themselves, part of it might be unrealistic. So, for instance, right, some people would say they really want to have perfect straight white teeth. People cannot get perfect straight white teeth unless they go to the dentist and get orthodontal work. If they have like crooked teeth, like my teeth are a little crooked, I can't get anything done unless I went to an orthodontist, or most likely I had to get veneers, and I'm not willing to get veneers. So, I just work on like the dental care, and I think like, okay, maybe my teeth isn't perfectly white, maybe it's not perfectly straight, but that's perfectly fine. At least I'm doing something about it. So, never just kind of stay in stagnation, because if you stay in stagnation, I kind of think that's when the mind starts stagnating as well. And then when you see people who are improving themselves around you, then your brain thinks like, oh, well, how come that person's improving? That person lost 10 pounds and, I'm still at the same weight. Oh, crap, that person lost 20 pounds and I'm still at the same weight. You really have to get outside of your head and do something about it. I cannot stress that enough. And I kind of, and I'm sharing this with you guys because when I look back at my life, basically most of my 20s I was depressed. I was heavily depressed. I had so much insecurity and I didn't do jack about a lot of this stuff. I was just thinking like, oh crap, I'm so, it sounds so stupid for me to say, but I remember when I was like 22 or 23 years old, I didn't see it as a good thing. I thought like I was old already. And I think part of it is because like you hear about like the MGTOW movement, and then they say, oh yeah, you're gonna hit the wall when you're 25, so yeah, it's all gonna be over. So it got into my head big time, and then I just, yeah, it's just all this depressing stuff. So anyway, so no matter what age you are, no matter what weight you are, no matter what condition of your skin is, if you have acne or breaks out, whatever, um, you can always just do something positive about it. Turn on do not disturb. Why doesn't she use the PC for screen sharing? That is a good reason. I gotta do this OBS thing. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to sync it up because I kind of like, maybe I'm being such a noob. Maybe I should just spend time focused today. I'll spend 3 hours today trying to figure out OBS. How's that? And then I can do the screen sharing thing because I know this whole MacBook thing. I'm like, I kind of think to myself like, how do I screen share if I'm doing this on a computer? How do I do it? I don't know. It's like I have to set it up somehow. But I don't know how that works because I have a MacBook. I know that sounds really stupid for me to say, but that's truly it. I'm thinking like, okay, I do a screen capture and I stream it, and then how do I know my audio works good for my laptop? Yeah. So I gotta figure it out. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. Yeah, that'll be my little go-to thing today. Figure out the OBS thing. Because I know it's a little irritating, and I look at my old streams and I'm like, oh, I know. You're like, oh, gosh, this is so like, this looks, I know my streams look so unprofessional. It looks like, it looks like a person who's like, I don't know how to use computers, so I just grab my camera and I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do, and I have to change it really not as spiffy as like these other tech YouTubers, with their fancy plugins and their fancy multi shots and everything like that. But I'm like, frick it, I want to do something. I'm just gonna do it. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna do it. Gamecaster. I never heard of Gamecaster either. Yeah. I think this computer can run it, but if not, oh well, I'm getting a new computer. I'm getting a new computer sometime this year, and I know for sure the newest MacBook can handle it. I'm gonna make sure that the newest MacBook. I am so freaking worried about a new MacBook not being able to handle it. I want to make sure I go overkill on it, so that way I have no reason at all to say my computer can't handle this stuff. Right? It's like, okay, you're gonna just soup up the MacBook to top of the line stuff. And I'm like, this thing better be able to run OBS for sure. If this thing crashes on OBS and it's a top of the line MacBook, this is insane. So I know it sounds like overkill over here, but truly, it's one of those things. Like I want to have all the stuff that I want, because I don't want to end up with the MacBook where I say like, oh, I don't have enough power, I don't have enough memory, I don't have enough RAM, and find myself like my 2012 MacBook where it's like I can't even edit video without it crashing constantly. So I don't know anything about tech stuff, but and I know a lot has changed in the last 8 years or 9 years since I had my 2012, but I always just treat it with like kid gloves over here. Do you have any recommendations for wardrobe maintenance? I have to have more clothes. Oh gosh, Suki, I have like a bunch of clothes in the closet too. Here's my thinking, okay? Okay, here. I can finally use this clip. I had this in my mind, okay? So here's a clip, okay? Put on those clothes, and if you are, regardless if you're single in a relationship, think about this. When you put on that clothes, think would a person check you out of the opposite sex, or same sex if you are if you are that way. Um, but yeah, think about like the people that you are attracted to. Like, would they check you out like Bruno would check out Cardi like this? Okay, you ready for it? Oh wait, damn it. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Okay, look at this. Look at Bruno. I know they never dated, but dang, they have some chemistry over here. So look at the eye contact over here. Look at Cardi. Look at that. Okay, did you see that? Did you see that? I have a clip down on my description box so you can look at that again. I was like, dang, he's checking her out. And that, I know that seems a little much, but that's the way I try to view some of my clothes. I'm like, okay, would I check myself out like that if I was wearing clothes like that? Maybe, maybe not. It all depends. So I would say for yourself, for your own, for if you're unsure about what kind of clothes you have, and let's say you're single, or even if you're not single, if you have a loved one in your life, just think like, man, would a person really approach me based on how nice my clothes look? Okay, you know what, Bruno Mars is not going to be checking out Cardi B like this if she was wearing a regular t-shirt, LuLaRoe pants, or Mickey Mouse shirt. He ain't gonna be doing that. And she looked like she just came out of the shower. He ain't gonna be doing that. 100%. So when I roll out of bed, yeah, that this doesn't get this kind of reaction at all. But I wanted to include it in there because I thought, okay, if you want a person who you find attractive to check you out, you really should look attractive. So you think that they would check you out based on how you look like, assuming like they don't know you, or you just want to look good. But it's not just for them, it's also for you too, because in the event that you're attracted to a person and it doesn't work out, they don't want you for whatever reason, then you could say, you know what, screw you, I'm gonna go and find another person instead. So yeah, but as long as you think you look good and you feel sexy, then yeah, you can just say like, you know what, I look good, I feel good, and if this guy or this girl doesn't like me, then I'm sure another girl will like me. So that would be my recommendation, Suki. You can replay that clip if you want. I know I looked through that clip. I was like, dang, I gotta use that in my stream today. I gotta figure a way to use it, and that was where I used it. So I would not recommend. If you're interested in a person, please do not check out a woman like that if she doesn't know you, because that's gonna be creepy. I'm just being honest here. Yeah, I'm like very. I don't see any. No guy that I don't know has ever checked out another woman like that hard, because that could be really creepy. Okay, Bruno Mars in this music video can get away with it because obviously know each other of sorts. It's implied in the video, but just random stranger checking you out in a Starbucks like that, kind of creepy. That could get you maced in New York. So just think about it that way. Please do not. I hope nobody in my streams like, okay, I'm gonna be doing that Bruno Mars thing. Get 3 inches away from a woman's face and be like, yeah, okay, Erica told me to be like, no. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying you want to elicit that reaction. Like, if you can imagine your crush or your significant other, or whoever you're attracted to, right? Let's say, okay, let's go back. Let's say like you are interested in Charlie Puth, but obviously 99.9% of females ain't gonna have the opportunity to date with Charlie Puth, right? You could say, okay, well, if I like a guy like Charlie Puth, and Charlie Puth looks like that, and maybe there's a Charlie Puth lookalike somewhere, I gotta look good so that way maybe the Charlie Puth lookalike would like me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what kind of person, what people would imagine like Charlie Puth will like if you're a Charlie Puth fan, but it doesn't matter. Just dress whatever you want to. If you like the goth look, and you think, man, I think I would look really good in goth, and you feel sexy and confident in goth, then go for it. And if you are interested in a Charlie Puth lookalike and he doesn't like the goth look, then yes, whatever. Just you'll find another guy who's interested in your goth look. But that's all that matters. That's really all that matters. I really think though, it's one of the big things about attracting another person is whatever you're wearing, you have to feel confident, you have to feel sexy wearing it, and you don't have to show lots of skin at all. But if you feel good in it, then other people will pick that up. And if you look like you take care of yourself, and you're interested in a person who clearly looks like they take care of themselves, then your chances of getting with a person who like that is going to be increased. Oh, I was talking about Charlie Puth. He was a pop singer. So I normally reference pop singers because I listen to them a lot. I listen to, all sorts of things. I listen to Bruno Mars a lot just because. I also listen to DJ Khaled, and Zane, that too. Yeah, I also listen to jazz music. Ed Sheeran. Oh, I love his songs. He hasn't made songs for a while. Yeah, Charlie Puth. Yeah, more Charlie Puth, Maroon 5. Yeah, I was clicking on Charlie Puth a lot. Camilla, Ariana, Maroon 5. Yeah, I've been on like the clickety click for this lately. Just mostly today, so that's why you see everything is like Charlie Puth and Maroon 5. Normally I don't click on Maroon 5 stuff, but I saw it on my side, so then I started clicking, click, 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 click. So let me go back over here. You know what, Catherine? I knew a person when I was in college. There was a woman who was in a wheelchair, okay? And I kid you not, she was gorgeous. She wore blazer, and she wore a white blazer with white matching pants, and she had her nails done. She had her toes done too, the nail art stuff. She wore clothes like as if she wore open high heels, the open toe high heel sandals. So even though she was in a wheelchair and she couldn't walk, she made sure that she always looked on point. I mean, her makeup game was on point, her hair was on point. Like, goodness, like she looked like a 9 out of 10 woman. And like the amount of maintenance this woman put into her stuff was insane. So I do think, and now I don't know how much I'm sure her routine was very costly because her hair was like perfectly styled, perfectly highlighted. Her nails were done. Again, like I said, she had nail art. She had nail art on her toes, painted, manicure. Her clothes were pure white. She had a nice handbag as well, and her teeth were perfectly straight and perfectly white. Like if she like, I kid you not, she looked like a freaking celebrity. Like that's how good looking she was, and I was so shocked because I remember thinking to myself like, wow, for her to put in all that work on herself, that must have taken, double or triple the time, compared to other women, right? So that just tells me that if someone is really dedicated to or trying to achieve a look, like they will and can do it. It's just how much time are they willing to spend on that stuff. So yeah, I just like, I never spoke to her, but I saw her a few times, and she always had a smile on her face. I don't think, I know that, yeah, I know she could move her arms, but yeah, it didn't look like she could move her legs. But holy crap, this woman looked like, she really looked amazing. She really looked like a Japanese celebrity. I cannot stress that enough. It's just, her styling was impeccable. She looked like she had a style team with her. That's how good it does. So, yeah, for a woman like that to have that kind of, like, the thing is like, I'm sure some of you are familiar with this. Like if you go into a regular store, right? You try on clothes. Like it's kind of a pain to put on clothes because you got to take your clothes off, put on the new clothes, put it back on the hanger. This woman, and her clothes were like perfectly tailored. So that told me either A, she had a tailor going to her house, or B, she spent the time in a store trying on all these clothes, making sure the clothes looks good, and then putting the clothes on her and then getting the clothes off must have been a huge task for her, but she did it, because she cares that much about her look. And I remember, so it's like when I saw her, it's just like she was glowing. Yeah, so I very, very, very rarely see women. I've only say like 1% of the women that I see walking around looked as good as this woman did. I'm not lying. Like even in this day and age, it's like I can't recall seeing a woman that looks so perfect. Perfect. She really looked like she had a stylist team. Like she was ready to go to the red carpet or something. And all she did was she was just returning back from her college classes. So yeah, it was a really nice, crisp white blazer, super stylish heels, perfect hair, perfect teeth, perfect makeup, perfect nails, perfect pedicure too, manicure and pedicure. Just incredible. So, if a lot of women, they choose not to do this because they might say like, oh, it's a lot of work, but it's all about what you're willing to put in. And that woman, she just, it just blew my mind when I saw this. I was like, wow. And she was doing I don't know if she had any person helping her in the morning. I imagine she probably didn't because there was no one helping her when she was going on the public bus. But geez, like that level of dedication and commitment and styling, holy crap. And this happened over 8 years ago, and I can still distinctively remember this woman. I've seen her a couple times. I can't remember what she was wearing the other times, but I remember it was like really good. Like when she was on the bus, like everybody was like looking at her just because she just looked so radiant, and it was just, yeah, it was just like, wow. Perfectly white teeth, perfectly straight teeth. Obviously, she got them. Cause obviously she went to a dentist and got her teeth straightened, and she probably got professional cleaning done for her teeth too. So yeah. Hello there, Clinton. Hello. So anyway, I gotta get going. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. Again, just to TLDR. Um, always, oh, sorry, Clinton. Um, TLDR. Make sure that whatever if you are attracted to a person who's attractive, and they look like they care about their image, really think about investing in your own image. But not just because you're chasing someone at all, but also that I think that people deserve it. You know, people are so used to paying attention to other things like their cars or let's say their kids, and they don't put enough attention to themselves. And I think that we have such a finite life that we really owe it to ourselves to try to feel good, eat well, look good. And I'm not saying everybody should look cookie cutter, definitely not. Everybody has like a different style. I just shared with you guys some of the things that I think look attractive. And for women, it all depends. Like some women can look really awesome in a tube top, or I am not one of those people. I would look terrible in a tube top 100%. But some people look good in jumpers. I don't look good in jumpers. But you got to find out what looks good for you. And then whatever you feel looks good on you, if you feel confident wearing it, go out and wear it. I would not recommend showing too much skin. You know those people who wear short shorts? I think that looks kind of trashy. So I'm not a fan of that. And I think that like some people, they if they want to wear that kind of stuff, you know, by all means go for it. But my personal opinion, less is really you know, wearing more clothes is better. Having coverage is better for women. I'm a big fan of wearing like dresses that cut at the knee length, and I like dresses that cut at the 3/4 sleeve length. I think 3/4 is good, and you know, it looks classy and it looks elegant, and I don't have to worry about possibly showing my hoo ha. I hate to be crude like that, but you get what I'm saying. But you know, that's just my opinion. That's just how I view things. But for other women, right? Find whatever makes you feel good. If you feel good in wearing, let's say, trousers, or if you feel really confident wearing a blazer, then go for that. If you feel really good in wearing tank tops, then you look in the mirror and you think like, man, I would get that Bruno Mars reaction if I was looking like that. Then by all means, go for it. But I always think to myself, okay, Erica, just make sure whatever you wear, you feel good wearing it, and yeah, just try and get that. Just try and make sure that I'm in a good headspace. I think sometimes we do a disservice by trying to look bummy, and sometimes I get into that routine because, well, I get tired and it's late at night, and I'm like, I don't want to wear, you know, nice stuff if I'm indoors. But yeah, so I click it for obvious. Clothes that are usually tailored to people that are able to walk and stand, they do not fit well on this. I don't know how she did it then, because her clothes when she was wearing it, like I saw the pants, I was like, dang, that looks like it's freaking tailored. It's like the length was cut perfectly, the heels matched perfectly with her pants. It's like she just looked ballin'. Yeah, I was just like, wow, she looks so good. I was fawning over it, and I just wanted to know like where the hell does she get her clothes? And it's not really just about where she gets her clothes. It's also about the fit. So the fit is so incredibly important because you can have clothes that look really good, but then on the rack, and then when you try and wear it on, you look like you're wearing a potato sack. Ah, so yeah, I like this song a lot. So anyway, yeah, so I think I'm gonna go end this stream, and what, you thought about it? But yeah, I will. Okay, here you guys go. I know I should have switched it over to me, right? But I haven't. But anyway, so I gotta get going, and my hair looks kind of crazy because I fell asleep with wet hair again. Not a good thing, but yeah. Oh, and I took some of your advice. I don't know. Oh goodness, I have to. Wait, can I move this camera down? I know. Oh. Yeah, she must have got them to Taylor. So okay, here we go. So I actually took your advice and I started wearing a black tank top with this shirt. So I remember I was telling you guys when I did my closet tour, oh, I have this shirt and it's see-through and I don't know what to wear it with because it's see-through. And I remember some of you guys said like, why don't you wear like a black tank top or a white tank top inside of it? And I was like, So now I can wear this shirt because I can wear a black tank top underneath here. And I was like, oh my goodness, I never thought about it. So reading your comments and looking through your stream comments and hearing advice from you guys, it helps me out so much. So I'm happy that I can wear this shirt now. I literally have, look at this, I literally have my heart on my sleeve. I just realized, I was like, oh, I have all these little hearts. I saw the shirt and I thought it was so pretty, but I didn't know what to do with it. So I'm good that I'm happy that I kept it. Yeah, so the stock market is down a lot. You guys know, paper hands is all like, oh, I knew it. I know Stephen Graham or something. Not Stephen Graham. Oh my goodness, I forgot his name. Something, Stephen Grantham or something like that. Peter Grantham. I forgot his name. Uh, he was he was saying that this is how the stock market crashes, and for me, I'm like, maybe not. We'll see what happens. If the stock market crashes, I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I did see your comment, Catherine. So we have the eucalyptus in the shower right now. I can't really smell it for some reason, but I'm not worried about the eucalyptus because I'm gonna keep it hanging up all the time. And then the cats don't actually bat any of the plants, so I'm lucky with that. They don't try to bite any of the trees. The only thing Oreo tries to bite is a Christmas tree, but now I've been taking care of his teeth more. I gave him that dental gel yesterday. He was not happy, so I have to squirt gel here and here, and then both sides of the mouth once a day, and then he also has his dental powder. I'm hoping in about a month, they say 2 weeks, his teeth should look better, and then if it doesn't improve, then off to dental cleaning he goes, because I did try very, very hard. But yeah, so I'm upping the dental care for that cat. I'm taking care of my teeth a little bit more. I'm flossing, and it only makes sense that I want little Oreo cat to have to care about his teeth as well. So he's not too happy about it, but it's moving forward. Yeah. So anyway, as I was saying, so stock market going down. I'm not gonna sell. I'm just gonna hold. Some people would say, "Oh, Erica, you should sell," but I don't know if it's gonna recover. I also think that maybe because I know Jay Powell is supposed to be talking, I think on Wednesday, but I might be remembering around sometime this week. I'm kind of expecting him to figure out a solution. If you guys remember, last year I bought a SPY put. I think it was April 17th, but I could be remembering it wrong. I thought the stock market was going to go down. It didn't. I lost $2,000 buying that SPY put because of Jay Powell. So for me, thinking about Jay Powell, I'm like, stock market ain't gonna crash. He's gonna save it somehow. I dare not buy a put. I think this is all temporary, and then things will recover. I did figure out how to get that. I did figure out how to get my identity verified for buying Bitcoin. So I was telling you guys like I think it was like last week I wanted to buy Bitcoin, and then yesterday I was kind of cursing because I was like, frick, Bitcoin's like at 58K or so. So I wanted to start doing my little dollar cost averaging, and I couldn't. But today I finally got verified, so I don't know if I know I got like $10 promotional credit at 52,717. But the other, I know it went down to like 49K or so, or 46K, I can't remember. But I hope that by averaging up or averaging down every single week moving forward, if there's any dips, I'll be okay. Some people believe that Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000. I personally think Bitcoin's going to hit $75,000. Nick individual or Nick Anonymous, I don't know what to call him. He says that he thinks that it's going to hit 143K and then crash. Other people believe that if you wait long enough, Bitcoin's going to hit $1 million. So that's a lot of volatility between now at 50K and then to $1 million. I do expect, and I know some people would say, well, Bitcoin only goes up. What I remember seeing last time there was I think it was in March or April of last year, when the stock market crashed, so did Bitcoin. So I'm not expecting, if the stock market crashes, for Bitcoin to hit, $100,000 automatically. No, there's definitely going to be a sell-off, but I do strongly believe that the stock market will recover, Bitcoin will recover, and then it's just gonna go up and up. I really do believe Bitcoin's gonna hit 75K. I could be wrong, but again, I'm just averaging up slowly. I'm doing $50 a week for the foreseeable future. So that means in 1 year, I think it's gonna be like $2,000, and it's not too much money, but it's something. So I kind of regret not getting into Bitcoin, and I want to do this really safely, because if I had bought, let's say, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin all in one time, 2 days ago or yesterday, right? If I bought it at 58K and then I think, oh crap, I can't average down now because I spent all my money on Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't want that. So that's why I'm doing the slowly averaging. And I really think that's the way to go as well. So for the stock market, I'm seeing things crash. I'm seeing Tesla go down. I'm seeing everything go down. Mara's going down as well. I'm not too worried about it. I was kind of thinking like, should I sell Mara now that I'm invested into Bitcoin? That definitely looks pretty attractive right now. But I don't know if tomorrow's going to recover. And again, if Jay Powell comes out, I expect the stock market to recover within the next couple weeks, and then it's just going to, yeah, so we will see. We will see. BlockFi pays 6% interest on Bitcoin. Yes. So for those people who have like a lot of Bitcoin, they might be putting it into the account and they're just collecting the interest. For me, I think right now I only have $10 worth. So I'm just keeping it right there in the account, but I could move it off to BlockFi in the future or something like that. We'll see. I don't know if BlockFi accepts Hawaii ID. I know some cryptocurrency place, they don't do business in Hawaii at all. So Swan Bitcoin, which is what I use, I don't really want to like link it or something like that right now because it's really early. But they accept registrations or something from all 50 states, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, so just something for me to think about, and I'm curious to see what happens if, let's say, if Bitcoin hits $1 million in, I don't know, 3-4 years from now, 5 years from now. That would be very, very, very interesting to see. I think that, you got some people who are very pro Bitcoin, and they say, oh, you shouldn't sell your Bitcoin, you should hold on to the Bitcoin and just like keep it. But I think that realistically, most people, especially the newer investors, they are going to be selling their Bitcoin because they can day trade it, right? They could say like, okay, I bought it at this price, 52,000 a coin, and now it's 54,000 a coin. Let me sell it so I can make a quick $2,000. But yeah, so I'm just planning to hold and see what happens to it. In the event that Bitcoin shoots down to 30K or 20K, I could say, well, I've been averaging $200 a month, and we'll see what happens to that. Whatever money I put into my investments, I'm comfortable with it. It hurt today that JD, I think, is at like $100 or so. I think it's gonna go back to $88 or $90. I'm like, but the whole market is really taking a crap. I don't have paper hands, so I'm just gonna be holding on to my stocks, and yeah, have a look at Ethereum. I was looking at Monero, because Monero looked really interesting to me, and then I was thinking like, oh, maybe I could buy some Monero. I was thinking like, oh, in the event that something happens, I would like to make sure that yeah, Tesla's down. Tesla's like 761 or so. But for Monero, I was thinking like, oh, if I was a criminal or something like that, I would want Monero because nobody can see the wallet. Nobody can see. It's kind of untraceable, but you would have to go through an exchange, I think, to sell it, or do like that peer-to-peer thing. I don't know how it goes. I'm not really that into that knowledgeable about cryptocurrency, but when I hear about privacy coin, and I think when I hear about more criminals are using that, I'm like, oh, that sounds good. That sounds like a good coin to invest. Not financial advice, not anything like that. This is just me ranting, and but I'm curious to see what happens. Will Bitcoin be able to hold the money that they have right now, being at 52K or so? Let me see. Bitcoin price. Yeah, Bitcoin is 24 hours too. So, okay, so Bitcoin's at 54K. So I bought, hold on. Yeah, so Bitcoin is 54K. So I think I bought some at 52 $717 or so. And yeah. Uh did Lewis not chase after you? What do you mean did he not chase after me? I don't get it. Oh, let's see. I don't think my clearing price went up. So yeah, Bitcoin seems to be pretty resilient. I think that people have been conditioned to they just say like don't let it drop, just hold, 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 and let's see what happens. Did he not chase? Oh, no, no, no. I was just talking about like um I was just talking about I don't know what the title of my stream is anymore, but I was just saying like don't just chase after a person. You know, just don't blindly chase after a person. Make sure that you improve yourself so that way you can see that person wanting to chase you as well. So if you are, wearing bummy looking clothes or, ill fitting clothes and you're going after like a 9 out of 10 person, right? Or if you're looking for a person who looks like they could pass for a model, right? Or someone like a bikini model or something like that, right? And you don't look good, right? Can you envision that person chasing after you if you wear bummy looking clothing? Answer is no. So do yourself a favor, in my opinion, and always try to look good. You don't have to wear expensive clothing, just wear clothes that fits better. And then just work on your styling, work on like small little things. Nobody is ever gonna look like a celebrity, 24/7. Not even celebrities look like celebrities 24/7. But if you want to like feel good, more often, I would say just make sure your closet has clothes that fit well. And then yeah, make sure your closet has clothes that fit well, that in the event that you're feeling unsexy one day or you feel bummy, you can change your clothes and say, man, this is an outfit that I feel really good in. And you look in the mirror and you're like, dang, I look good. So I have a few outfits like that, where it's inside of the closet where I wear it and I'm like, good. I would check myself out if I was wearing it. And it's kind of like a mood booster. So just having those clothes in the closet does wonders for me, because if I feel bummy, I know all I have to do is change my clothes and wear the clothes in my closet, and then I feel much better. So it's like different because it's not coming from a place where I think I don't have attractive clothes, but I know that I just choose not to put it on. But if I put on the clothes and I'm actually doing a proactive step, I'm like, okay, Erica, you still got it. You still look good. You still have clothes that fit you. And if the clothes don't fit me, then off to the donation they go. Yeah. So anyway, I gotta go pick something up. I am running late. Yeah, I was trying to I was supposed to swing by um between 5 and 6, and it's 5:45. So I gotta get going. I will talk to you guys later. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a stream later today. Most likely not. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Uh, okay. Yeah. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. See you. Ah, let's turn this thing